Well, today we're going to make chili. Can I say a few words about chili to start with?
All right, that sounds great.
Chili is sort of an individual thing. There must be thousands of chili recipes. In fact, there are contests for chili recipes. Some are much more spicy than others. Different ones have different ingredients, so this is not one single way to make it. This is a way that I have found, and I've made it. It's quite simple, and people seem to like it, so I stick with it. I'm not too fond of spicy food,
Now,
so therefore I don't have all the hot spices. Yes.
where does one find a good chili recipe?
Oh, I guess you try them all. They're recipe books in the newspaper, and you try this one and that one, and sometimes just looking at the ingredients, you see maybe this isn't what you would really go for, like hot peppers and various things.
And where did you get this recipe?
This one I found in the Betty Crocker.
Betty Crocker.
Actually, it was the original recipe was for a crowd, enough for a crowd, 24 servings. Well, I cut that in half, and even at that, they say 12. 1 1/3 cup. Well, if you have people with a little more hearty appetites, I would think this recipe maybe would only serve 8.
Well, how do we get started?
All right. What I've done was I have 2 pounds of ground beef, which I have put in the pan, and I've started to kind of chop it up. I don't want little chunks of beef. I want it more, well, not real small, kind of tiny pieces, but I want it a little bit chopped up. And then here I have diced onion, 4 medium-sized onions, diced in whatever way you use, whatever's easiest for you. I think my onions were a little larger, so I only used 3. And I'm just going to put that right in there with the meat. And then I'm going to start browning the meat and the onion. Now I'm going to do this, I'm going to start this out on about a medium temperature here. I may want to get it a little warmer as I get going, but for starters here, I'm just going to have that. And I'm going to continue to chop up the meat, and as it browns, I will turn it up and around so that all particles are browned.
So at this point, we're mixing up the onions, and I assume they're for taste purposes, to give that
Definitely.
spicy, oniony taste.
Right. I think that's rather important.
Now, what did you just put in there?
This is the rest of the onions. There were a few bits left, and I just put them into it. Now it is starting to get warm enough so that the meat should soon start browning, and the onions eventually will get tender. And at that point is when we will start adding more ingredients after that.
Okay, so I guess it's a matter of just working that through and waiting for it to brown, right?
Exactly.